Hello, I'm Nick Dark. I am a meditation teacher and adaptability coach, and every day during quarantine I'm putting out meditation. Today I'm going to give you a meditation all about relationship and connection. I'll read a sutra from the Radiant Sutras by Lauren Roche. I'll talk to it a little bit and then I'll read it a couple more times. So you can get yourself comfortable, you can carry on doing what you're doing. You can take whatever pose you wish that feels good for you. Or just slump the body wherever it wants to slump. Take a couple of deep breaths maybe just to settle yourself. And I'll read Sutra number 83. Everyone knows there is me. And then there are all these others. This is common to all. Lovers know there is me, and the source of this me is ever mysterious. Lovers know each contact with another is a spark of the divine. Lovers move through this world, awake to intimacy. Every touch, a revelation, never to be repeated. So the sutra is asking us to call our attention to connection, the quality of connection, the texture of connection, the type of connection, where connection begins and ends, where self and other begins and ends. And I guess to start off with, calling into question, what is the self? There is this me, and then there are all these others. But this is common to all. We are all divine consciousness. We are all love. We are all lovers. We are all life force. We are all energy. We are all God. Whatever terms you wish to use. And when we're in relationship to another, be that as a lover, or be that as a friend, or a professional relationship, any kind of connection and interaction, we have a different type of texture to that relationship, a different type of love, a different connection between two life forces, two souls. And if we choose to, we can bring love to the table of every connection. Every other is an opportunity to look at the quality and the texture of connection that we want to create. The texture of love that we want to bring. And so we can meditate on bonding, on interaction, on that spark of the divine between you and another when you interact. How much quality of attention do you give to that other? And how nourishing is that? A recognition of the divine, of love, of you in another, of otherness, and of self, from them to you, and you to them. Lovers know each contact with another is a spark of the divine. Lovers move through this world, awake to intimacy. When you are deeply connected to yourself, you're rooted in love. And every connection is a potential doorway to intimacy. And then, as a result, I guess we also get very careful about how we, or who we choose to connect with, and the types of bonds and qualities of attention that we want to create. Lovers move through this world awake to intimacy, to that potential of loving connection. We can see how awake some others are too. Every touch, a revelation, every touch, how we hold that connection, how we hold that other. Is it a physical touch? Is it a sense of knowing? Is it a thinking of them, holding them in your heart, meditating on them, sending love to them, speaking to them with love? Each touch a revelation of that love, of that connection, of the magicalness of what a bond is. Each touch a revelation never to be repeated. We're all these eternal beings currently inhabiting a certain self, connecting to a certain set of others. All of us each a higher self, part of a supreme reality. And every earthly touch and interaction and connection that we have, just never to be repeated. How bittersweet, how melancholy, how divine and special each bond, each connection, each moment of intimacy actually is, and how we should cherish it as such. Everyone knows, deep sense of knowing. In our heart, the heart of our being, at the core of our being, there is love, there is connection. There are cords, there are threads reaching out from us. Everyone knows there is me, and then there are all these others. This is common to all. This wonderful condition. Lovers know there is me, and the source of this me is ever mysterious. Where do I end and you begin? Where do I begin and you end? In where we think of each other, of when we speak to each other, we hold each other in our hearts, when we touch each other, and lovemaking, melting into each other, blurring, deep connection of soul. Lovers know each contact with another is a spark of the divine in all of its myriad of beautiful colors and textures, every shape and form and sparkling dimension and essence that love comes in. Lovers move through this world awake to intimacy, seeking it. Each touch a revelation, each touch a doorway to the divine, to love, to connection, to life force, to God, to the universe, to energy. Each touch a revelation, never to be repeated. So special. Everyone knows there is me, and then there are all these others. This is common to all. Lovers know there is me, and the source of this me is ever mysterious. Lovers know each contact with another is a spark of the divine. Lovers move through this world awake to intimacy. Each touch a revelation, never to be repeated. So whatever connections you want to meditate on, however you want to feel into them, whenever you want to do it, when you're with someone face to face, how you choose to connect and interact with that person, online, how do we build intimacy? How do we cultivate that thread between us? When people are distant from us, how we hold them in our heart, and how we can find in every moment the possibility of intimacy, even if we're on our own. And hopefully this situation encourages people to recognize how every connection is so glorious, so much to be cherished, that we should pay attention to our connection, understand how valuable they all are, how much care and attention we want to pay to which ones, how much love and intimacy we want to bring in our lives and to the lives of others. Go forth, connect, bond, interact, love, be intimate through any one of 1,000 ways that you can think of. Maybe not the overtly obvious and traditional ones that we might have previously thought. I hope you guys have beautiful evenings filled with love.